Summer on the beat, oh get up and shake your cheeks.
Hello and welcome to The Middle's Open. Abel Carrillo here, along with nobody. Actually, Anthony Espelin is across from me.
Just me, yeah.
Yeah, how's it going, Anthony?
Pretty good.
So, let's kind of run down this. Your seat over there as the producer is empty. You're on this side with me. Peter's seat is empty. He's not here. He's too busy selling houses and buying houses, apparently. Pat Espelin, he's not with us. He no longer loves us, man.
Yeah.
We had a going away show for Pat. It was actually one of our best episodes ever. It was really good, like super entertaining. However, whatever the reason was, some kind of malfunction happened, and we didn't record it. Audio was gone, or what was the case, Anthony?
No audio, man.
No audio.
Great episode, no audio at all.
And it was crazy because before that we hadn't recorded for like maybe a month and a half.
It's been a while.
So Pat was all like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be leaving to Ruidoso pretty soon. I need you all to like get your shit together and let's get into the studio. Let's record an episode. The people want it.
Yeah.
Let's do it." And I was like, "Yeah, definitely." I've been busy, as you all know. I moved in with Yadira and we have like our place. We've been really, really busy with that. Like just moving into a new place is super hard to do. Peter's been busy with work because Peter coaches everything now. He coaches football, basketball, baseball, softball, track and field, UIL. Like Peter is a jack of all trades, master of none. But he's a busy man, you know?
I think he's reliving his life through these kids.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think Peter's like the dad that is like, "Man, I could have gone pro, so I'm going to push all my kids to do this."
Yeah.
So
That's good.
he's living his life through like 1,000 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So if one of them makes it to be like an astronaut or playing in the NBA or MLB, whatever it may be, Peter's like, "Yeah, that's my kid right there.
Yeah,
I coached him. He was, I remember, estaba muy chaparro and he used to cuss a lot.
He used to pee
And
his pants a lot.
he'd pee his pants. He'd pee his pants. And I tell him, "Go run a lap." And
that's why he's so fast.
And now he runs like he needs to take a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so
man.
yeah, so Peter's been busy, and then Anthony started a new job. He's been busy with that, just visiting every single state in the United States. I gotta ask you, Anthony, Confederate or Union? Where's your side?
What's my side?
Who are you siding with?
Well, I always pick the winning side, so I would say, oh shit. Speaking of what, my boss is calling me.
He heard you. You're like, winning side? What do you mean winning side?
I will say this though, I have gotten to go to the South. Went to like Virginia, and that was kind of cool. You know,
Virginia's.
Well, it's I guess they're part of the North, right?
I was like,
but it's still the.
If my geography,
You're right.
I'm thinking like South, like Louisiana, Alabama,
yeah, Georgia, that kind of.
Yeah, like.
I'll tell you this: Virginia is very Southern-like. The way people talk and everything is
really.
But it was cool, man. There's a lot of good people there.
Okay.
You know, just you meet random people, right? And one of the guys that was with me is a veteran. And,
okay.
We're at this job, and we're telling the conversation strikes up, and he started telling me he's a veteran. Well, the guy that we were training, he took it upon to tell his daughter that, and the next day his daughter drew a picture for him, saying thank you for your service and stuff. And that was just awesome, man. Like, that's stuff you don't really hear about very often, or complete stranger, they don't know each other. But
I don't know. She sounds like a suck up to me.
Well, I'll tell you this. What was weird is the guy that we were training, he had painted fingernails, and they're painted pink, like hot pink. And when first I saw him, and I was kind of like, whoa,
Yeah.
tread on water, when I was talking to him,
Okay.
But no, he said that his daughter paints his handnails and stuff. So
he's like, yeah, I get free manicures once a week, man.
Yeah,
Why
so,
not?
I mean, and you see the guy's a tatted up dude,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like, that's kind of weird, but, he's just, he has a bunch of girls, So
Yeah.
he only has daughters, but.
That's like the cool dad that's like, he's so secure.
Yeah.
He's so like confident. He's like, dude, I'm married. I have daughters. I go to the gym. I'm buff, whatever.
Right.
I have tattoos. I paint my nails. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Who cares?
Right, for sure. I mean, he totally just didn't care, and it was like I said, it was cool that his daughter took the time to draw, a thank you for your service, and that was cool, man. That was like, there's still some good people out there,
Shall I saluted you? I thank you for your service. That's funny.
And the guy I was with, he's an old man, he's 56, I think now. 56, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's an older guy, so he appreciated that, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool.
Sweet. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's really been hard to get into this studio. Anthony's been doing really cool things. If you're watching us right now, you can't really see the studio too much. I did put a post on Instagram when our episode didn't go through, our last episode with Pat. I mean, damn, that was such a good episode, dude. Like, we were laughing our heads off. We kind of told stories that we had never told before. I mean, whenever it's Pat and Peter inside the studio, like us four together, like the four horsemen,
Exactly.
Once we're in the studio and we're just like riffing, like those are the best episodes.
Not only that, we hadn't seen each other in that.
Yeah, no.
Like,
and see, that was the thing. We hadn't seen each other in forever, and we were just like bouncing off. Like, that was the one episode. It kind of reminded me back in the day, like the
woodshed.
Yeah, the woodshed, where I would say like maybe one or two sentences every 30 minutes because Peter and Pat were just like boom, 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 like hitting the post every single time. It was fucking funny, but shit happens, man. Right now, the Russians, they're hacking people, like just because they're in that war with Ukraine, things aren't going their way. They decided to fucking hack us. I guess we're up on the totem pole. I don't know why they would go after us. Damn you, Putin.
To make the middle's closed.
The middle's closed, yeah. Fucking Putin, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it was unfortunate, man. It was a good episode. I think we were all giddy and stuff, and then Pat having to leave. It was kind of like,
yeah.
We were having a good time, man. So it's kind of unfortunate. I was super bummed out.
Yeah.
I was super mad at myself.
But like I said, we hadn't recorded in a while. Hopefully, this one episode that we're doing right now, kind of gives you guys just a little.
Actually, there was two episodes.
2 episodes didn't record.
Well, one of them is up on audio only on the podcast on Anchor.
Okay.
The other, the video was ruined. The video came out really grainy and stuff, so I didn't post a YouTube episode of that episode, and then we did the one that had no audio. So I fucked up video on one and fucked up audio on the other. So
son of a bitch, dude.
I was rolling a.
We should just like you said, we should just dub the one that the video came out okay, and then just put like voice actors for us, like
I was tempted
Liberty Mutual or whatever it is.
Exactly. I was tempted to do that. I was tempted to go back and just say, well, right here, Peter's talking about this.
Yeah.
And then Abel said that.
How much would it cost? Is that in our budget, Anthony? Can we get a voice actor to like
I think
do a voiceover?
Be a volunteer.
Yeah. He'd probably be have the voice of the guy at Chico's Tacos, like,
yeah.
Order 23.
I think that's even better. That makes it funnier, right?
Kind of sounds like us, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm up for it. But anyways, do you like my name tag?
I do, man.
Dude.
I do.
So
we're at that level now where we can't have anything showing. Look, see, I'm covering my.
Yeah. Oh, you're covering because you work for the Dallas Cowboys,
exactly,
so you can't be showing off that logo.
We're at that level now.
Yeah, dude.
I look like I just came from golfing or something.
Dude, I've noticed that you're actually dressing like a human being now.
I'm not wearing a podcast shirt.
You're not wearing a podcast shirt. and you're not wearing fucking your like mechanic uniform that you would always wear.
Yeah.
You're wearing fucking shoes, jeans, and a polo shirt, man. I think
Growing
it's a
up,
polo.
It is a polo.
I can't see with your fucking beard.
Yeah. Well,
Your beard's not even that long anymore.
I know, man.
I see you've cut your split ends.
I have.
So, I mean, hey, man.
Growing up, man.
You are growing up. You got a big boy job.
Yeah.
Nah, so what was I going to tell you? Speaking of Cowboys, because I brought up the Cowboys. Apparently on my ESPN up to the fucking minute updates, Marion Barber died, dude.
That sucks, man.
That's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was young.
I mean,
Young dude.
I was like reading it right now that they don't know the cause of death just yet, but apparently after he retired, they were like checking him out for like mental issues and stuff. He had a few misdemeanors of, I guess he was like violent or I don't know. Like, yeah, he wasn't on the right track, that's for sure. But then again, like, I mean, again, we don't know what happened. I just barely got this, and like the majority of America, I don't really read the article. I just kind of look at the headlines and then make up my own story.
Yeah. What's your first thought? What are you thinking?
CTE? I don't know.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like,
I mean,
maybe CTE just.
And guys, if you're getting your news from us, well, you're fucking up right there. We're just speculating right now.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a suicide.
It sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
Like whenever someone dies, it's a fucked up situation. But I mean, God, you just look back at his career. This guy was crazy. Like he was at one point the Cowboys' best weapon.
Yeah, for sure.
Like dude
was a hard runner.
You could state the case that he was their best player.
Yeah, for a while.
Like so many people loved the way he played the game. He was so hard-nosed. He would run downhill, just fucking blast through people. In a time where like the Cowboys had other running backs, he was never their number one, yet he was the people's number one. Yeah. You know, like a lot of people had his jersey.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, Barber, he's the man. Yeah. And it was like, dude.
He had some plays that were just like, holy fuck, you know, like how's this, you know?
Yeah. Dude, I read something that he had made the Pro Bowl without starting one game.
Really?
Yeah. That he had like 900 and something yards. And he made a Pro Bowl, but he didn't start one game that season.
He wasn't an actual starter.
So that's what's crazy. You're never the starter, yet you're like the best player.
Yeah.
Like what other, like, I don't know. I can't think of any other player at the top of my head that it is as important as what Marion Barber was to the Cowboys. Like, you know?
Yeah, back then that we didn't have a whole lot going on.
I mean,
he was
still.
He was. No, but still, I mean, he was definitely something that I remember watching him and thinking like there were times where, you know, he can take it to the house, you know, but then there was times he just did it. I don't know. He was kind of he was a good player.
Yeah,
but not consistent, I think.
Yeah. Story of the Cowboys.
Yeah,
no, but sucks. I guess in the coming days we'll find out what the hell happened. But yeah,
it's just crazy to me how you can go from like almost being on top of the world, like being a Cowboys player, to just going such a dark path where you want to end it. You know what I mean? It's like such a contrast, man.
Dude, so many fucking players too, man, in the NFL. Like one guy that always stands out when I think of guys that suffer from like mental illness and stuff, it's Junior Seau. Like the guy, one of the best defensive players in our generation, and as soon as his career ended, like I think he was at one point even hosting like a show, like where he would go out and like do things. He wasn't like a great looking guy, but he had like a look to him. Like it seemed like, oh man, this guy might have a career after football. And then the next thing we know, he's gone. And the way he went, it was like, holy smokes, dude. Like, that was wild. And I don't know, man. It's just, it's just crazy. Like, so many people that suffer from mental illness and stuff. I think like this generation, like that's like a topic looking back in history, like maybe 50, 60 years from now, that's going to be like one of the things in our history of like when we started, like mental illness started to surface. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been around for ages.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like when the public actually took notice why people were, you know, leaving this planet, and it was through mental illness, you know, their own suffering, whatever, you know, like it's wild. I don't know.
It's crazy to me because there's so many people that just go through life just going through the motions. You know what I mean? Are perfectly content. You know? What I mean? Then there's others that like strive for like more.
Yeah.
And to get to that level and then just like give up, it's just so weird to me. Like,
well,
I
like,
just can't contemplate.
But see, that's what I think a lot of it is. And again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit. But I'm just thinking like a lot of these people, they live and die. Like this is like, okay.
Like you
to get to a certain point, it's obsession. Yeah. It's like I think I was giving a point one time, like Tiger Woods, for example. He is the greatest golfer ever because he is a maniac, because he is obsessed. He is addicted. You can make the case that he is ill because he is so into this world, you know? Right. Actors too, they live in la la land, you know? These actors, they think they're above the law because nobody has ever told them no.
Right.
And the day things come to a normal outlook at life rather than what they were seen as, they don't know how to cope with that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of athletes / movie stars or any kind of celebrity, rock stars, if they were to live my life or your life, they are not used to that.
Yeah.
And
normal day grind, like,
yeah, they aren't used to that. They're used to like people tending to them. Not saying that they're not hard workers. I'm saying they are so great that people worship them. And the day that worship is no longer there, like they are now living a civilian life, like a normal life, they're just like, oh my God, what do I do? And a lot of guys don't know how to cope with that. Like, that's scary.
It is, man.
That's scary that you would get to a point where you believe, not that you're the Messiah or anything, but that you are above others and you'll never want to live a normal life, you know? I think that's what it is with a lot of these people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
maybe I'm stupid.
I agree. I mean, shit, that's the only logical thing you could probably think of, you know what I mean? Is just that they just can't transfer, you know, from being on top to being a nobody again, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy. But anyways, Johnny Depp, man.
Johnny Depp.
Fucking apparently he won his trial with his ex-wife, his crazy ex-wife, fucking Amber Heard. Did you hear that her own attorneys had accidentally called her Amber Turd? Because, like, that's what they were calling her on, like, on social media and shit. Like, people were saying Amber Turd because, like,
it was like a hashtag,
like, it was a hashtag, Amber Turd. Apparently, like, she shits in beds or beside beds and shit.
That's psycho, dude.
Yeah, no. And then fucking her own attorney, when they were, like, referring to Amber Heard, they said Amber Turd. It's like, dude.
That's fucking...
Like, how fucked up is that? Like, I mean, she's paying a pretty penny for her attorney. She's a fucking A-list celebrity, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe a B+.
I was going to say, her attorneys weren't very good.
And, yeah, it seemed like her attorneys were, like, the ones that, they're, like, fucking, like, what are they? Ambulance chasers. You know, like, have you ever heard that term for attorneys?
Yeah.
For lawyers that are like shitty attorneys, they call them ambulance chasers. So they're always trying to sue and stuff like that. That's Amber Heard's fucking
Dude, it was either they were
team.
that bad or they just knew they were that fucked. Like,
yeah,
like they knew, like,
they looked at the case, they looked at all the evidence. They're like, dude, this bitch is fucking nuts, but she's gonna pay us a fuck ton of money. Let's just go with it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it seemed like.
I mean,
now Johnny Depp's that chick Camila, I can't remember her name, but man, she was fucking brutal.
Oh,
I think it was Camila something.
Camila Cabello.
Not that. But dude, she was like, holy crap.
Yeah, dude.
Just roasting them all.
Fucking, you know, like so many people like Google searched her after. They're like, this chick is kind of hot.
Yeah.
Like, I love the way she talks. Yeah. She's so intense. She reminds me of Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Like,
hopefully not that crazy.
I don't know, man. Again, like,
it's kind of weird to me because it's like this case is like gone so viral and stuff. People are still watching it, and it's not even like a murder case. It's
It's just a fucking
serious. It's just like a normal.
What is it called? Like
a
civil case? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's a civil case. Yeah, but there's so much attention around it. It's kind of crazy. It almost feels like, you know, like O.J. Simpson type.
Yeah, well,
going on.
That's, dude. You know they're gonna make a fucking movie of this or a show. Like they did a fucking.
Do the scene where Amber Heard's shitting on the bed.
That's dude, hilarious. Fucking, she's all dropping a deuce. Who's gonna play her? Probably Amber Heard, because she's not gonna have a job.
She's not gonna have a job.
An acting job. So she's like.
She can play herself.
But yeah, she could play herself. She'll probably act it out really good. Yeah. She's like used to shedding. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, fuck. That's crazy. Who would be Johnny Depp? All right, let's go through this cast. Because remember they did that show with O.J. Simpson?
Yeah.
It came out on FX. I think it was Cuba Gooding Jr. that was O.J. Simpson.
Oh my god.
Fucking the Kardashian guy. The Kardashian was played by Ross from Friends. I don't know the guys. David Schwimmer.
Really? Oh
yeah,
right. Yeah.
And then he was the Kardashian. What's his name? Robert Kardashian? Rob?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah, I think it's Robert.
God rest his soul. Oh yeah. Yeah. Who else was in that? The chick that would come out like in American Horror Story. She was one of the attorneys. Like one of the prosecutors. I don't know her name. Who else was in that show? There were like a bunch. Oh, John Travolta was in it too. John Travolta was one of the attorneys for, I think, O.J. Simpson. But anyways, what I'm saying is, like, they had a decent cast, and that show was going on for a while, and it was super entertaining. Like, people were following it week to week, and it was just so funny because the celebrity of the Kardashians is so big that they were putting that into the show. Like, the Kardashians had nothing to do with the O.J. Simpson murder trial. Yeah, however, they decided, like, dude, they're such a big name. Let's just throw them in the fucking show. We'll show the Kardashian girls as little kids, and they're eating at an ice cream parlor or whatever the fuck. And I was like, so stupid. But anyways, let's say they make a show off of this. Johnny Depp. I don't know who the fuck would play him. So he's a weirdo. I mean,
think like Robert Downey Jr.
Robert. No, he's too big. Johnny Depp's a little guy, isn't he? He's little. Fucking Wee Man, maybe. I don't know. I just saw fucking Jackass 4.5. Have you seen it?
No.
On Netflix, dude, it's so funny.
The deleted stuff.
Yeah, like it's like the director's cut kind of. Well, you haven't seen 4 yet?
No, I still haven't seen.
God,
it.
dude.
You guys went to go see it.
It is so fucking funny. There's so many wieners in it, and there's so many like it's Jackass.
It's Jackass.
Wieners, shit, vomit, nuts. I mean, and then other funny stuff in there.
Shit.
There's a new cast and stuff like that. I mean, there's the old timers, but then there's a few new guys.
Is the 4.5?
4.5. It's basically like the director's cut. Like they're kind of being interviewed about shooting part 4.
Okay.
So, and they kind of add in new little skits and stuff. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. What's that?
It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, 4.5. Like, you can watch 4.5. It's not going to give away. Like, there's no fucking plot to Jackass, dude. So it's not going to give away.
I don't have to see what it's.
Oh, fucking spoiler alert.
Damn it.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
There is this guy. He's one of the new cast members. His son is a new cast member. I guess you could say he's a new cast member, too. It's kind of like the Bam Margera, Phil Margera thing.
Okay.
So his son is some black dude. He's a new guy. He's pretty funny. He's kind of wild. He does some crazy stuff. But his name is Dark Shark. Oh, dude, that guy's fucking hilarious. Supposedly he's like this hardcore criminal. Like he's been to prison and everything. He was like in the gang, the Crips or whatever. What is it? The Crips and the Bloods or whatever? Yeah. He was on one of the sides. I think the blue side.
Yeah, I was just like,
I'm like, look,
we're blue and red.
Yeah, we're blue and red over here. But anyways, so yeah, that guy fucking steals the show. Like that guy's fucking hilarious. You gotta watch it, dude.
I need to watch it.
Fucking,
I don't watch anything anymore.
Dude, there's so much shit you need to watch, man.
I don't watch anything.
You're fucking crazy, dude.
I seriously don't.
Like you're riding airplanes and shit. Like you're traveling across the country. This would be a good opportunity for you to like download movies.
Yeah. I do, and then I just like
don't watch them.
It has to be a long flight.
What the fuck do you do on a plane, dude?
I listen to music, fall asleep. Usually.
You sleep?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I've only ridden a plane like 4 times.
It's kind of, I don't know. After a while, like I feel exhausted, dude. Like Fridays when I fly back home, like just fucking exhausted. I didn't really do much. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing less work than I did before, but it's just like drained, dude. I don't know if it's the flight or what. Like
it's jet lag.
I guess, man. I guess that's what it is. But fuck.
Wonder what it does to your body.
I'll tell you this. I can work 12 hours days. You know when I was doing before, and I wouldn't feel that tired. I do nothing. I ride this fucking plane, and I'm just like fucking just exhausted.
Have you ever rode a plane to a job site, fucking do the job, and then leave on the plane?
Usually it's like if that happens, they'll fly me out the next day.
Okay.
But
how many cities have you been to now? 20?
Been to a lot, man.
More?
St. Paul, Richmond, Virginia, Philadelphia, New Jersey.
El Paso,
San Diego, El Paso, Denver, San Jose,
a whale's
Austin.
vagina.
Yeah, everywhere.
That's crazy.
It is. Lucas, I get him a keychain every time I go to the airport. So like he's
gonna have fucking.
He has like 20 keychains.
He has 50 keychains with no keys.
With no keys, yeah. Exactly.
He's all fucking driving around his Power Wheel with no fucking key and just a bunch of keychains.
Well, I was actually in San Jose. Two weeks ago?
What's
close to the Niner Stadium? Was like right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking cool, man.
A little bay there.
Could have brought me
go check
a
it out,
keychain.
but there's nothing going on there right now.
Yeah. Do they give like tours?
Yeah, I guess they do. Supposedly, I don't know. That's what the guy that was.
You're like, I don't care. The fucking team sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, "You want to go check it out?" I was like, "I guess."
You're like, you see this star on my fucking forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Well, it's because he does that every time he goes.
It's a hard pass.
We went to Nashville, and the Titan Stadium's right there. He's like, "You want to go check out?" I was like, "I mean, I'll go to just to look at it, but I give a fucking 2 shits about it. Titans or their stadium."
You're like, nah, but I saw a Golden Corral down the street. I'd rather fucking eat.
I'd rather go there.
I heard they have unlimited fucking shrimp tonight.
Right. Well, I'm hoping that now that I'm traveling, I might be able to catch some road games. You know what I mean? Like some Cowboy road games, like depending on where I'm going and the schedule and stuff.
Well, I mean,
cool,
okay, this would be a good opportunity for you. Like, maybe you go to a big city, maybe not a Cowboy game, but like let's say it's the fucking give me 2 shitty teams. Fucking Jaguars.
Browns and the Jaguars.
Yeah, Browns, Jaguars at Jacksonville, and you're in Jacksonville. Would you go?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I would.
I love football.
Yeah, I love football too. Yeah. I would go. I would be like, fuck yeah, I want to see the fucking Jaguars. Fucking
I hope they bope lose.
yeah.
It's a tie.
I hope they tie because they both suck and they both can't pull out a win.
Yeah.
Fucking I hope
0-0.
I hope no not 0-0. I 2-2 because they're so bad they fucking got two safeties and shit.
Yeah, each.
Their defense or their offense was so bad that they fucking conceded 2
It'd be
points.
cool, man. Cool to check out another stadium. I've never been to any other stadiums.
Yeah.
Just the Cowboys.
Fucking Cowboys, man.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get sent to Dallas much. It's usually like only when I'm changing planes. You know, it's like a layover place.
Fucking best airport so far.
Best airport so far. I would have to say probably Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, because they got the Dallas Cowboys like club.
Yeah.
House there.
I saw that shit when we went to Chicago.
Oh, they got one in Chicago?
What?
They got one in Chicago? Like a Bears one?
No. Like we were taking the flight to Chicago, but we had a layover.
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, is that the term? Layover in Dallas? Yeah. I mean, last year I barely rode a plane for the first time. Now, like, it's funny because now I'm like, oh yeah, I've ridden a plane like 4 times. When in fact it was just like 2 trips. It was like a round trip, but it was like fucking we had layovers. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, 4.
Well, that's what I mean. Like that happens to me quite often. So when you say name cities, I'm like, dude, I get layovers in weird cities, you know. Sometimes. Usually.
You're like, have you ever been to fucking Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Norman, Oklahoma.
I was supposed to go to Mississippi last week, but the job got canceled, so I didn't get to go. Mississippi, never been there. That's the South, right? Deep South.
Deep South. Mississippi.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude. Do you ever like carry an accent when you go places?
What do you mean? Oh, do I carry an accent? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't.
Has anyone ever told you like, hey man, you talk a little?
No.
Fun.
The guy that's been training me though, that I've been following, he's from Houston. He has a big Texan accent, you know, real strong pronounced. And so anytime we go anywhere with him, they're like,
what's a Texan accent?
Like a southern drawl. You know what I mean? Like
I thought it was like da-da.
No, like like every time we go somewhere, they're like, "You're from Texas, aren't you?" Like they know that
you're from Texas. You DQ.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, so he gets that a lot every time we go somewhere. So he's got the accent for the both of us. Yeah. If I have one, they never say anything. Yeah. Well, we do a lot of Zoom meetings with corporate, and they're from New Zealand. So right away, like, he starts talking, and they start talking about his accent, which is kind of funny because it's like, he doesn't have an accent to me. You guys, you motherfuckers have an accent, you know, like Australian accent, you know. Yeah. So it's kind of funny. The Zoom meetings are funny because it's around the world. So you got like people from Brazil, people from Australia, here, the UK, and so it's like when people start talking, it's just so weird, you know, like everybody's accent comes out. It's kind of strange.
It was cool. I think it was like a year and a half now. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was like a year and a half, or maybe almost 2 years now. I had an interview for a school in China because I was like, I don't know why I got into this mode. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in China. I'm gonna go to China and I'm gonna teach over there. So I had an interview, and the person that gave the interview was from Liverpool, England, and she was just like talking to me, and she has like, obviously she sounds like
a British accent.
Yeah, like what I expected a person from England would sound like.
Yeah.
And she's just talking to me and everything. And she's like, and I was just like, dude, this is weird.
It
like,
throws you off.
It does, because the first few questions I answered, I was more like fascinated by her, like her accent, and just knowing, because she's like, oh, so where are you from? And then obviously she's not going to know where the fuck El Paso is. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm from Texas, because Texas tends to carry a little bit of weight. Right.
More common people are going to know about Texas than El Paso.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm from Texas in the United States. And then she's like, oh, that's very cool. Then blah, blah, blah. And so she starts talking, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking talking to someone from England that lives in China. Wow. You know, like, it was just fucking weird. I'm like, Like, I don't know. I kind of trip out on stuff like that because I always think like, dude, if this was like 100 years ago, this conversation would never happen.
Yeah.
Me talking to somebody from across the world.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so fucking nuts now. Like, I could only imagine like what the next 2 years is gonna bring. I mean, not 2 years. Next like 200 years is gonna bring us. And I say us, I'm gonna be dead unless they like freeze my head or cut it off and put me in water. But
it could be uploaded into a computer.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be a simulator.
Fucking. Okay, if they told you fucking, they cut your head off, and you'll be living, but you obviously don't have a body, but you're just kind of like, you'll be able to like see stuff, and you'll be able to like comment on things and kind of live a life, but you're obviously, you got to be transported by somebody else. Like, you're just like, you're dependent, but you're living. Kind of like Futurama.
Yeah, like Bender.
Like, yeah, like the head. No, not like Bender. Like the heads that are just like, you know, like the dead presidents.
Yeah, but they're not like.
Okay.
They're just a head talking though.
No, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You are, or
you feel like a slave, dude. Like you.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Okay, this is my option. Or I'm trying to do a Pat. Would you rather?
Okay.
Okay, and you're the fucking head, and you're alive. You're just like this, but you're just missing a body. Or you're, before you die, you're like uploaded onto a computer and you're a robot.
Damn, dude. I don't know.
So people are going to be like, no, you're not really Abel. You're not really Anthony. No. You're a robot. You just uploaded all their information. And or you are Anthony, but you just don't have a body. But you'll always be Anthony. Like, people will never confuse you for being a bot.
Or you don't die. One, you just get uploaded to a computer.
I mean, eventually you're going to die on either one.
The other, just your head.
Yeah, you're just going to live a little bit longer.
That'd be kind of shitty because you'd just be like sitting there like for all day, every day. Like, you can't.
Yeah, but you'll be able to, like, let's say you have a slave. Like, to transport you, but you don't have a body.
It's like a Roomba.
Like you're, they just like wheel you in. They're like, oh, here comes Anthony for the fucking birthday party. And then they just like wheel you in.
Maybe if they had like a wheelchair or something and like you controlled it with your brain and like you could like, you're like Xavier. You just like fucking.
You have a slave, dude.
Okay.
Like that person's only reason for living is to tend to you. Just transport you around.
Damn, that's your caretaker?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to wipe your ass because you don't have one.
I don't know. This is my dilemma because like I'm not really.
You'd rather be a robot?
No, I'm not real religious, so like I don't know what happens when you die. But it's like part of me like wonders like what if you die and there is a heaven and it's like fucking amazing, like you never have to
Here you
worry
are
about
on fucking Earth, global warming.
You know
it's
what I mean?
200 degrees outside.
Like,
your balls are sweating, even though you don't have balls.
Clinging on to this world because you're afraid, not knowing that there's something better out there. Like that's what's kind of weird. Because that's like kind of like the thing. Like, if you could get uploaded into a computer, like your consciousness could be uploaded into a computer, like you'd live forever. But it's like, would you really want that? Like knowing that there's something. I don't know. Like that's my dilemma. Like I don't know if I believe in anything like that.
Yeah, because I've kind of like I've thought about that when I was younger. I think every couple of years I've told you this. Like I'm always like I don't want to die. I'm scared to die.
Afraid to
like I'm afraid of death, and like every other person on this planet. But I'm also like, what scares me even more is never ending. Like, say there is a heaven, right?
Yeah, and it's just
and then it just you're on repeat. Not like, oh, it's fucking Groundhog Day, but there's never gonna be an end to your existence.
But isn't that what you want here?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. It's kind of weird, huh?
It's like one of those, you don't know what the fuck you want.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, what if...
Like, have you ever had so much fucking freedom to do whatever you wanted to do, and you end up doing nothing because you're just like, oh, I'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time now. It's like I'm in a different city, and I'm like, man, I should go, like, fucking sightseeing and go see shit.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? Then
You're
you get
like-
back and you're tired and it's like,
You're
"Oh,
like,
I can't."
nah, I kind of
Let's
like
go
the
to-
Marriott. The Marriott's
Yeah.
cool. It has a
Even though
great
they all look
lobby.
the same.
Fucking the coffee this morning was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That happens to me quite often. It's like, you know, you might get a couple hours to go do something and it's like, man, fuck it. I'd rather just fucking.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So
I don't. That's my only dilemma. It's like, I'm not afraid of death. Like, I figure, like, when it happens, it happens. Like, there's no sense in worrying about it. I could be, like, tomorrow. It could be fucking years from now. Who knows, you know? But my thing is, like, if you had the choice of living forever and you chose to live here forever, not knowing that there's something fucking way better. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, then you're...
like you choose to live here, and like you say, like heaven is like kick ass. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like
you get like
everybody that ever died is there.
yeah,
Everybody. You know what I mean?
even the
like,
shitty people.
Yeah, even the
Like Hitler's there.
Yeah, you just... Yeah.
Saddam Hussein.
Just get to... Yeah.
It's like, hey Saddam, how's it going, man? Oh, you know, I just fucking got hung when I was on Earth, but now I'm fucking here
here's
and
a
I'm having a
crazy thing.
great time.
Here's a crazy thing. What if in heaven, like, let's not call it heaven because it sounds weird if I call it
Afterlife.
heaven. In the afterlife, he's like a saint or something because he sent so many people there by killing them in this world. You know what I mean?
Whoa. That's
They're down there like, thank you for killing me. Like, this is awesome.
yeah.
The drinks
Like
never stop.
when Saddam died, he killed so many people. They were like, "Hey, bartender, get this guy a drink.
Yeah, we're all
he's
here
the one
'cause-
he's the one that brought me to this wonderful
We're all here
place.
'cause of him.
This one's for you."
Well, that sounds like some
Like-
cult shit. Like
Hmm.
die and everything's better.
Yeah,
This fucking episode got dark, dude.
it did.
Yeah.
Like it.
I like it.
Dude, you know what was crazy over the weekend? Yadi and I were watching the what's her name? Leah Remini
Oh, yeah.
Scientology show
Oh,
that she
shit.
has.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix.
the King of Queens. She's the mom.
Yeah.
Or the wife.
Yeah. She's
Kids.
what's her name? Rachel? No, not Rachel. I don't know. She's
Kim?
She's Kevin James's wife, but her real name is Leah Remini, and she
Yeah.
has like this Scientology show that comes out on Netflix, I think. Well, it was on Netflix, and
Yeah.
fucking crazy, dude. Scientologists are the craziest motherfuckers on this planet.
It's like a cult.
Actually, I don't even want to say that because they would probably fucking
They're
come
listening
after
right
me.
now.
Actually, they're wonderful people.
Yeah. Just not
Apparently,
for me.
yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm worthy of them. Let's put it that way. There we go.
We're not worthy. We're not.
No, so yeah, dude, it was super crazy. Like, so apparently, if you're a part of this Scientology thing, and then you decide that it's not working out for you, you want out. Not like a gang. They're not gonna jump you out. They're just gonna harass the shit out of you.
Damn.
They hire like private investigators to go and like just fucking bother you, just look through your shit. But like, and they're talking about more of like the high upper, because I guess there's like certain
there's
levels.
probably levels. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, like you and I, we'll probably be in the fucking first floor.
Right.
Fucking, we're like the Titanic. We're at the bottom of the ship. We're gonna fucking,
Yeah,
we're gonna
sure.
die with all the peasants.
Yeah.
You know, but it's talking about like the people that are higher up on the totem pole, and they when they try to leave Scientology, they fucking go after them.
Really?
They hire private investigators to like look through their trash, put tracking devices on their vehicles. They follow them wherever they go, just because they want to build a case against them and they want to ruin their reputation. They start attacking them and saying like, oh, like, don't follow Anthony. He shits in people's beds. Yeah, no, you don't want to go with Anthony because he is a
They're trying to
fucking...
blackmail, basically. It's like
they try to find out as
much
much information as they can to just fucking ruin your reputation.
Like, I know Tom Cruise is like the most famous.
Yeah, Maverick.
Maverick.
Um,
Talk about that.
fucking Tom Cruise is in it.
What is he?
I think Jada Smith, or
Really?
what's her name? Jada.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, her. I mean, that's why Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, right? I don't know.
Damn,
I
that
think
makes
they're.
sense.
I think they're in Scientology. There's a lot of celebrities that are in Scientology, dude. Crazy.
It just seems weird. It seems like a cult. I don't know.
No, I don't think it's a
Christy
cult.
Alley?
I think it's a really great
Christy
thing.
Alley's in it.
Oh, Christy Alley's in it.
Tom Cruise.
But yeah, man, it gets so deep, and it's so, like, I don't know. It is frightening to watch it. But then I think I'm like,
John Travolta was one.
Was or
yeah,
is?
he got out.
Oh, he got out.
Yeah.
That's why he lost his hair. They said you can leave, but we're keeping your hair.
Tom Cruise left too. That's what it says here.
Oh,
What?
he left
Jerry Seinfeld was one too.
to make.
Damn, dude.
So okay, apparently everyone's leaving.
They're leaving, man. It's just
After the pandemic.
I don't know. It's just weird. There's so many fucking tologies.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
like anthropology,
well, like no, I mean like
geology,
I mean just like in general, like so many like.
psychology,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, all of the
mythology,
all of the ologies.
and
Fuck them
Scientology.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Trilogy.
What is ology?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. You got a math question or a tech question? I'll be
Yeah, you're like, I do two things, Abel. I fix equipment.
yeah.
I don't answer questions.
I'm not part of the ology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Above my pay grade.
Fucking. Nah, dude. But anyways, Anthony, I like the setup that you did now. Fucking couches. I feel like more comfy.
Yeah, it does feel more.
Like, yeah, we don't have like the tables in front of us, but I think there were times we would do long shows and I would fucking
yeah,
like my feet. Like, you ever take a shit so long that your feet fall asleep?
your ass cheeks fall asleep.
No, your legs fall asleep.
My
Like right here,
mm,
your ass falls asleep.
yeah, get like a numb ass cheek.
You know what it is? Maybe it's because I'm so short that my feet are like dangling off the fucking. I'm like a little kid. My feet are just dangling, so like they automatically fall asleep. Where you're like all fucking tall, you're like your knees are up to
Like
your
way
chin
up
and
here?
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like,
squatting.
no, dude, I'm actually good.
No,
you
my butt cheeks gone to sleep once.
really,
Yeah.
dude? One time I took a dump, and I shouldn't even say I was taking a dump. I was literally just scrolling through fucking TikTok and social media in general. And I was like, fuck, dude. I got up and I almost fell. Like, I stood up and my whole bottom half was asleep, and I almost like fell down and like hit my forehead and died.
Damn.
Fucking the investigators would have been like, dude, this guy died in the restroom taking a shit.
Taking a shit.
And it's just like, he didn't even wipe his ass.
Your legs just go numb. And
I saw a whole fucking episode of fucking Stranger Things
oh my god.
on the fucking toilet.
See, that's the thing, dude. I'm a quick shitter. Like, I just go in and
You're
just,
a quick shooter?
yeah, quick shitter.
Shitter?
Yeah. I don't know. I start feeling self conscious, like
You got that.
some like you
Got
know,
that rapid fire fucking
well,
shit.
I when I'm in there, I'm in there
Yeah.
for one thing.
You're
and then I'm
throwing
out,
you're
you know?
throwing 100 mile per
Yeah,
hour
just-
heat.
Just let it rip. You know.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know. I get self conscious. Like if like start thinking like, oh, people are thinking like, damn, what the fuck's wrong with this
What's
guy?
he
Why is
doing in
so-"
there?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is he had diarrhea?
I start hearing those voices. Like,
Is he rubbing one out?
yeah,
Is
exactly.
he like,
I just try to go in there real quick and then out.
I don't care.
The only time my cheeks fell asleep was because I was like sick, and if I left, I was gonna be back there in like
Yeah.
2 seconds, you know.
Dude, I do that so many times when, like, I go and then I
Sleeping
walk
cheeks.
out and I sit down on the couch and then I'm like, I need to go again. And then I go back and then fucking I handle my business, come back, and then I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go again.
Again.
Yeah, dude, I hate that
Damn.
feeling.
Overtime.
Dude, like fucking pulling a triple shift. But those are hard days, man. Those are really hard days. With all the traveling that you're doing, are you do you ever fear like having to take a deuce up in the plane?
Yeah. That's
Have you done?
No.
How I've never even used a restroom on a plane. I don't even know where to go.
I've
like-
only used it once, and that was because I had to. And I was kind of the same way. Like I don't want to use the fucking bathroom on the plane. I had to take a piss real bad, and I was running late. Like I barely made it to the gate. Fucking got on the plane. The last person to sit down. You know. So anyways, I go up and it's tiny, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm pretty stocky guy. I could not open my shoulders. That's how.
Really?
You're literally.
Is it like an RV?
peeing like? Oh yeah, probably smaller than an RV.
Really?
Yeah. I've been in an RV bathroom and that was bigger than this one.
No shit.
I mean, it's literally like a doorway. Like you're like this, and I had to take a piss. Like I couldn't imagine having to take a shit. Like
Yeah.
it's literally the toilet's here and the sink's right here. Like it's.
You're like
You can
taking a
wash your hands
you're
while you're
you're taking a shit and
Yeah.
you're washing your hands
Exactly,
already. You're
yeah.
like, damn.
It's small, dude.
Yeah, I've never been to a restroom, like in a plane.
Yeah, it sucks. It's tiny.
Man, I don't think I would be able to
I'll
handle
tell
it.
you this, dude. Like it's so weird that I fly frequently now that like I'll sit down at like the gate and I'm already like thinking like fuck, I hope I don't sit next to that person. I hope I don't sit next to that. Like
yeah.
I'm already like
You're like-
scoping out.
You're like, yeah, that guy's over 300 pounds
Yeah.
and he smells like fucking onion. I am not sitting next to that
fuck
guy.
no. Yeah, there's been a couple of times where it was like I had to sit next to a guy, but luckily they were with somebody like their wife or girlfriend, or
Uh-huh.
whatever, and they'll switch seats, so they'll be like, oh, I'll let her sit in the middle. You know what I mean? So at least it's just like,
They're like, excuse me, do you mind sitting next to my hot wife?
yeah, exactly.
And you're like, oh,
thank you.
I just fucking hate this,
Yeah.
but I'll take one for the team. I'll
Yeah,
sit next to your.
I'll bump legs with a smooth leg rather than a
Yeah.
hairy one. Yeah, because
Ugh, she's got stubble.
yeah, I mean, it's just awkward, man. It's just awkward, especially
Yeah.
flying by yourself. Because like usually you fly with somebody, so you have somebody like sitting next to you.
Dude, one time, I used to ride the bus going to New Mexico State. They have like a bus that you park behind. You're at the Walmart terminal. You know where that is, right?
Yeah.
Like by the Cinemark.
Yeah.
So you're at that bus station, and there's a bus that will take you from there to Las Cruces at New Mexico State's campus.
Right.
And so I used to ride that so I wouldn't put wear and tear on my car. As well as, remember, for a while I didn't have a fucking car because it broke down. Little Jay had to
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
my car. He put in a whole fucking...
Put a whole new engine in
Put a whole new fucking car.
it. Yeah.
But anyways, one time someone sat next to me, and they were a girl. They were the opposite sex, and they were good looking. They were a student that was attending a university, and she's sitting next to me, and I don't know whose sweat it was, mine or hers, but like it's because we were like sitting together and our legs were touching, and then like when we got up, like it was wet, dude, wet, like to the point I felt like it dripping down my ankle, like it was like a waterfall.
Damn.
And I was just like, it was one of those, like, I didn't say anything, she didn't say anything, but we swapped sweat.
Damn.
Yeah, it was intense.
Was there tension? Like, was there like,
What do you mean?
like
Like, we didn't even notice that we were touching
Really?
each other, like, because we were just sitting there, and like, yeah, we didn't feel anything until we disconnected. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it was sweat, and I was like, oh! One of us was sweating hardcore, or
Yeah,
both of us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was there tension? Like maybe.
Yeah. It was like we were just rubbing.
Yeah, you guys were having leg sex. Or
Yeah, we're rubbing calves.
Yeah.
We're rubbing
Calf
calves.
sex. Yeah.
I did not wear a rubber on that one.
No protection.
Yeah. But yeah, that was one of the weirdest experiences. But I remember, like, if you've ever gone on public transportation, you do one of these, like whenever someone's gonna sit next to you, you just like pretend you're asleep. You're like,
Oh yeah.
so like you sit in the aisle, so they can't choose the window seat.
Yeah.
You sit in the aisle and you're just like,
Drool.
and sometimes they'll like just pass you. But then sometimes they're like, excuse me, or like, con permiso. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Huh?
So it's like one of those, you try to like put like your leg up or a fucking, but then they would always get on the intercom, like the driver, and like, you need to remove all your stuff and blah blah blah. This is so and so seater bus. Everyone in.
Yeah, it definitely took a little while because like the whole COVID thing and social distancing, and then now being crammed into a couch basically. You know,
Yeah.
it is a little
Well,
weird.
now you don't even have to wear a fucking mask, huh?
Nope.
Like you just fucking cough
Raw
away.
dogging everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You're
breathe
just
it all
like,
in.
you're just like.
Yeah.
Wait, I never got the whole thing with like wearing the mask and then you're able to take it off to drink your drink or eat your peanuts or pretzels, whatever the fuck.
One or the other, dude.
It was like,
there's no sense.
you make people wear that shit for the 4 hours or you fucking just don't make them wear it at all. Like, come on. Like, one or the other. But
it's just not only that. I mean, everything, dude. Everything you touch that somebody touched, it could have it. You know what I mean? So it's like, unless you're not going to touch anything, go anywhere, or do anything. Like,
yeah, like if you're doing leg sex, you're doing leg sex.
Leg sweat, you can get it from that for sure. Yeah. Swapping fluids, isn't that what say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you this, though, man. There's, like, especially when you have, like, a long flight or a long layover, like, being in the airport, like, for 8 hours with the mask on is just miserable, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess it's weird for me because I never had to wear a mask for 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
Like, usually when I was at work, I was by myself most of the time, you know, out in the field. So there's no sense in wearing a mask on by myself, you know. The rare occasions I'd interact with somebody, I'd put one on. But being in an airport for like 8 hours with it on, it's just miserable, dude. And then I vape, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, fuck, I need some fucking nicotine.
Yeah.
You know, like,
have you ever worn the patch? Just to, like, fucking experiment with it?
I've never tried.
Just to be like, I wonder what this is.
I don't know. You got me curious, though, now. Like, do you get a high from it still? I don't know.
I'm sure it's nicotine, isn't it? It just, like, fucking feeds through your arm.
I guess the dosage is what matters, huh?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know how that shit works. I've never smoked. I mean, besides, like, going to parties and it's like, I'm going to have a cigarette. And then I would, like, hit it and then I would be like,
Peter never smoked either, huh? I don't think Peter ever smoked either.
Cigarettes, no. Like, I don't know why. Like, I mean,
I guess because I was
I didn't like the way it made my clothes smell.
Oh, yeah, it stinks bad.
Also, one of the reasons, like, even, like, experimenting with, like, marijuana and shit, I never liked that stuff because my lungs couldn't handle it. Like, honestly. Like, if I was to inhale something other than fucking, like, air, I'd fucking be like, and I don't know. I'd rather just drink a beer.
Yeah.
I think that's my thing. Just drinking beers or drinking coffee. But other drugs, I've never been too interested.
No, yeah.
Just because I don't like feeling different.
Yeah, I don't like feeling not in control. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, I don't drink alcohol that much anymore. Because I've had experiences where I got really drunk and I don't remember anything. Like, seriously black out and, like, you know, oh, you were doing this, you were saying this, and, you know, that scares me. Like, just not having control.
You recorded a podcast and you said this.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, the Mario episode. Super Mario.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just, I never liked the smell of cigarettes, but it's one of those things that when you do it so often, you don't smell it anymore. You kind of, like, just get nose blind to it. But when you quit, yeah, like, when you quit, it is weird, because when you quit, the fucking smell drives me crazy. Like, I love the smell of it almost. It's weird. Like, I smell it, and it's almost my whole body's like, oh, what is that? You know? Like, it's, I can't explain it. I never liked the smell until I quit. When I quit, that's when I'm like,
I love it.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
This reminds me of Patty and Selma. Or what were they? From The Simpsons? Patty and Selma from The Simpsons, the sisters that were always smoking and shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Patty and Selma. Damn. I was like, who are you talking about? I didn't even know that was their names, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. Fucking. I used to
Marge's sisters.
Yeah, I used to watch The Simpsons all the time.
But yeah, no, like, now I'll smell it and I'm just like, holy fuck. Like, it's almost like a high in itself, just smelling it. Like, your whole body.
Did you ever? I remember telling friends this, and they'd be like, "You're fucking crazy, dude." But I remember that first sip you would get from a beer. It would give you, like, a little bit of a charge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You open up a beer, and then you put it to your lips, and it just, like, gives you that little charge, that little, like, a buzz.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, and then you can never get it again. The rest of the night, you don't get that. It's just that very first sip.
That's what scares me about drugs, because I feel like that's what it is. Like, you get a tolerance of it, and so you need a little bit more, or you need something stronger, and then stronger, and stronger before you know it, you're
you're fucking, your eyes look like crazy, and you're
chasing that
fucking,
first high,
yeah. No. Okay, so I was watching, it popped up on my YouTube feed, and you've seen my YouTube feed. It's all fucking golf. But I was, that and Joe Rogan pops up, and I was watching this clip of this guy, how he quit caffeine for like 3 months, I think he said. Was it 3 months or 30 days? Damn. It was either 30 days or 90 days, one of those. Anyways, so this guy didn't do any kind of caffeine. I'm assuming soda, obviously coffee, and all that other stuff wherever you get coffee. I mean, where you get caffeine. And he said that it was really, really tough. But once he got over a period, he then had this where he felt like he was better than everyone. He saw like the addiction that everyone has. Like, and he gave like an example of how we're all like cattle, like in the mornings. Like he said he would ride a plane, like an airplane, and it'd be like 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and he'd see like this huge fucking line for people to go and get their, to get their fix like of caffeine. And he would just kind of like laugh at them like losers, you know? But like, and I've seen this too. Like I've gone to Dunkin', I've gone to Starbucks, and I've gone to Dutch Bros. Like I just passed by them, and the lines are enormous. Like they're the longest lines ever.
I've waited in those long lines.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, dude? It's Saturday morning, 8:30 in the morning, and I'm willing to wait in line for an hour to get fucking coffee. Yeah. That isn't gonna bring me anything. Like, there's times when I wake up, I make a cup of coffee in the Keurig. Shout out Keurig, the best fucking thing ever. I make my Keurig, right? My coffee. I'm all sipping away and everything, and I don't get any satisfaction from it. Yet I need to have it every single day. I don't get any satisfaction from the first sip to the last sip. It doesn't bring me any kind of joy. Yet I look forward to having my cup of coffee. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I feel weird when I don't have coffee. Like, it almost feels like the day doesn't go right unless I have coffee. Like, it just feels out of place.
Like, I don't understand it. And it's the same thing with food too. Like, there's times when I'm like, oh, dude, I want a fucking large pizza, Chicago pizza from Peter Piper. So fucking good. Throw some fucking breadsticks and some fucking chicken wings, extra crispy. And then I get them, and I don't like any of it. And then I'm like, ugh. Like, afterwards, I'm fucking bloated. My stomach is hurting. I need to go take a shit. And I'm like, why the fuck did I eat this? And then I'm like, just like a fucking potato. Yeah. Like, I'm just sitting there like, I'm just like, yeah, I ate too much. And she's like, yeah, you did, you fucking pig. Look at yourself. She's like, don't even look to the right because there's a mirror. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, and it makes you feel like shit. And I'm like, why the fuck did I go after that? Like, I could have eaten a bowl of cereal and been satisfied. Yeah, true. But I don't know. I don't get it. Fucking, we're weird people. We are. That are like set on our addictions. But anyways, last thing before we end this episode, Kenobi. Obi-Wan. Kenobi.
The Juan.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay, so I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. Pat is our Star Wars expert. He's not here. He'd rather go play golf and shit. Yeah. But I saw the first episode. Fucking loved it, dude.
How many are out right now?
I think 2 at this moment. Okay. And then I think it comes out every Thursday or Friday. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I saw that there were 2 in like
already out.
Yeah, on Disney Plus, and fucking dude, I loved it. Like, I loved it. I loved how, like, the beginning, like the hype, you know, like, you know how shows like previously on the OC, and it's like, you will not sleep with me, and I like fucking. So it gave one of those, but obviously there's never been a Kenobi show, right?
Oh,
so they were like, they kind of did the whole episode 1, 2, and 3. They give like a brief summary of each one, like leading up to Kenobi, like,
so like where the story starts.
Like talking about Anakin, talking about fucking Natalie Portman's character and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, like, and it was like, oh shit, this is fucking cool. And then it like ends, and then Kenobi starts, and then fucking like just the show in all was fucking cool, dude. Like, it was just a cool, because they're introducing everyone, right? Kenobi, they show Princess Leia in that first episode. She's a kid.
Oh, okay.
And she's actually like talking. It's not like, oh, they showed her out in the distance. They did that with Luke. I don't know how episode 2 is, but they kind of did that with Luke. Like, they showed him in the distance. But they showed Princess Leia, and she's actually like, she's like a character. She's one of the main characters. So it's cool to see Princess Leia as a kid.
That is cool.
Like, yeah, like, you know how you got to see Darth Vader as a kid? Yeah. Anakin, obviously. You're like, oh shit, this is Anakin. This is fucking cool. Well, now you're seeing like Princess Leia, and you're like, whoa, dude, she's cool.
Are they just gonna start showing them all as kids now?
Possibly. Dude, I was like super fucking, and I'm not even a huge Star Wars fan. And like, when I was watching it, Yadi was packing her clothes because she went out of town. And she's like, dude, you're kind of a nerd. And I was like, dude, I don't even like Star Wars, but this is fucking cool. There's something about how they're making this show that makes it really, really interesting and like has me like intrigued, you know? So kudos to whoever's making this. I don't know the fucking people that are making it, but I'm like fucking satisfied with what they're doing with the Star Wars like universe and shit.
Yeah.
I'm happy that like movies are one thing, but it's cool to see like other things that they're starting to extract from this whole tale, you know, this whole
I don't know how I feel about series, because it on one case, like, it's kind of like, man, you need to see what happened. Like, it'll end, the episode will end, right? And you're like, oh, fuck. And you're like on a cliffhanger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to watch the next one.
True.
I don't like, I feel like that's a money grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're just trying to grab as much
They're
money.
milking it.
Yeah. It's like, just put it in a movie, goddammit. And let
but
me see the
okay,
movie.
so that's the thing, though.
But they do miss stuff in movies, right? 'Cause
yeah.
it's limited.
Because movies are 2-3 hours long.
Yeah.
Max, right? And there's only so much information you can put. Whereas a TV series, like one of my favorites, Game of Thrones, each episode is 1 hour. So by the end of the season, it's a 10-episode season.
It's 10 hours.
That's 10 hours of fucking information that they can dive into certain characters and explain, go really in depth
though, like
on
in the
stuff.
beginning of some of those episodes, they explain what happened the last episode. So really, it's like
well,
5-10
not
minutes.
Necessarily. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
I'm not saying
Game of Thrones is
for
shit,
sure,
man.
but I'm just saying they're like The Walking Dead would do that. Like, oh
yeah, well, but see, that's different.
It's like 5 minutes.
That's okay. So that's different because that's more commercial because they're getting paid through their ads. Like,
right.
AMC gets paid through their ads, whereas like HBO is a streaming service that you're already paying for.
Right.
So they don't have to make a show in 10-minute intervals, go to commercial, then like reintroduce you for the first couple minutes, and then go to commercial after 6 minutes, and then, you know, so when you watch an hour show, you only saw 44 minutes, and then not only that, like you said, out of those 44 minutes, 15 of those minutes were like
bullshit,
telling you what happened before they went to commercial,
the intro song and credits.
Yeah,
and
so
crap. Like,
whereas like shows like on HBO or Disney Plus, they kind of do it like quick, and then you get a solid 40 minutes.
That's why I usually like on
That's
the series,
what's cool.
I wait till they're all out and then I would just watch.
You
them.
binge watch?
Yeah, because I just
See, I don't even finish shows. Like I binge and then I don't finish them.
so you like start an episode.
I guess I'm more traditional. Like I like looking forward to the week. You know, like cuz it leaves me like wanting more. But I feel if all the episodes are there, I'm like again, going back to you ever have so much freedom that you don't do it?
Yeah.
That's how it is with like having all the episodes already there for you.
I mean,
You're like, they're already in the bank. I'll get to it eventually. And then
Yeah,
you don't
but
fucking do it.
it like makes sense financially because obviously it keeps people talking about the show week after week after week. Cause
Yeah.
What did you see? What this happened? Where if you
Yeah.
posted it, people talk about it, and then it's over.
Yeah. And see, that's the
But-
thing.
But
Like,
to me, it's like a person that takes forever to tell a story.
but
It's
see, they
like,
did a
just
good job.
get
Like,
to the
for
fucking-
example, The Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
When they did that, everyone was looking forward to whenever that time slot would come. Like, if
Yeah.
it was midnight when they would release the episode or whatever, they were like tuning in. They'd get on YouTube and then they would look for a reaction show or whatever, and then they would watch it once and then they would watch it again, and then like sometimes they would watch it 2-3 times before the next episode would come out. So in my opinion, releasing a show maybe once a week or even 2 episodes a week is better than releasing the whole season, because once you finish it, you're like,
It's over. Yeah.
now what do I do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a
On to the
shit
next thing.
I'm gonna go take a shit for 45 minutes.
But dude, there's so many shows. It almost makes me wonder, like how are people finding all this time to watch all this shit?
Scientology, man.
Like, there's like on fucking MTV, they have the weirdest fucking shows now. That
I haven't seen MTV since I was.
But that's what I
fucking
mean, like,
19 years old.
who the fuck is watching this kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much shit out, dude. Like like overload. Like, I don't even think you could watch everything that's ever been out in your entire lifetime.
Oh hell
Like,
no.
There's so much shit.
Yeah.
I think that's why I don't get on Netflix or anything as much. Is because I feel like just trying to figure out what to fucking watch.
So
Will
okay,
take me so long.
what is your fucking streaming service that you
I
use?
just watch TV, dude. Old school, man.
Yeah.
Just direct TV.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You're like one of the traditionalists
Yeah,
where you
just-
still have a DirecTV. What is it, like an account,
I
a
don't
membership?
like. I don't need the freedom of what I should watch. It's like, just fucking put it on the TV and
Yeah.
I'll just
Tell
watch
me
it.
what to watch.
Yeah, like I'll just watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Most of the time it's on background. Like, I don't even really watch it. It's just there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not
I've
weird.
never. When I do get on Netflix and I'm trying to decide what to download or what to watch, like, I feel like I spend forever trying to decide.
Yeah, you spend more time looking for what you want to
Yeah.
watch. Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
Where at least like on TV it's kind of limited, so it's like there's only 5 movies going on at one time.
Oh, it's
I'll
like
watch Bad Boys again.
Yeah.
For the 20th fucking time.
yeah, you're gonna
Or-
watch Bad Boys where Will Smith doesn't
Yeah.
slap someone.
Yeah, or just something. You know, it's like you're kind of forced to watch it. I don't know.
It's like, you want to watch Rush Hour 3? Yeah, we know it came out 15 years
Yeah.
ago, but you're gonna watch it.
Fuck yeah, let's watch it again.
Fucking.
It's like a surprise, you know, like, oh fuck, Terminator 4 is on or something. Like,
Well, see, that was a thing back in the day. People used to watch movies multiple times.
yeah,
Now, you watch it once and you're never going to revisit it because there's so much
many,
shit.
Yeah,
So you're like, nah, I've already seen it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well. Yeah, because there's times when I see a movie and I'm like, dude, Yadi would love this movie. So I'm like, I'm going to put it on. And then I play it, and then Yadi's like she's getting into the movie, and she's like, have you seen this before? She just kind of looks at me like, and it's not that I'm like, oh, watch this part, watch
Yeah.
this part. I'm actually just fucking sitting there watching it again. And she's like, have you seen this movie? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, I don't want to watch it then. And I'm like, why? I mean, you haven't seen it. And she's like, yeah, but you have. I'm like, but somebody can enjoy a movie for the second time.
multiple times, yeah.
But it's like, no, we're not going to waste our time on something you've already seen. We're going to watch something together. And it's like, we're never going to get through this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, on TV it's just a lot of repeats.
yeah. Well, I think this was a decent episode. Just to get back on the
Not
fucking,
as good as the last one.
not as good as the last
I'll
one.
have
If you
to
wanna get that one, that's the that's in the archives.
Maybe when we're all together again, we'll like
Reenact it?
We'll reenact it. There you go.
Dude, I don't even think
We'll
that
all
would
do our own voices.
that won't even be possible to fucking do that episode again.
Yeah.
Just like,
True.
dude. Now that I think back, I'm just like, there's some conversations that you have that are the most memorable conversations, and how is it not recorded? You know?
Yeah.
Like, you ever think back of like your days in elementary or middle school and high school or whatever, and you're like, dude, that was a fucking great day. We ditched fourth period. We went to go eat pizza, and then we went to the skate park afterwards, and then that night we toilet papered Kate's house, and fucking Kate's dad came out and just his chones, and he ran after us, and he slipped and fell, and then his huevos were hanging out like on one side, and I threw a rock and it fucking nailed him right on the left nut. Never happened, but like, I'm talking about stories like that where you wish like there was a recording, like, damn, like, fuck, that would have been cool. Instead, we record shit that isn't memorable, but then the stuff that is are not recorded.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're right, man. Like, I even think back on some of my memories, and like, obviously your memory fades, but like details, like,
Yeah.
just gone. You know, you just have like the base story, but you don't remember like
Yeah.
detailed stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like just the.
Dude, one night I had the biggest kick. So we were just kind of like laying down. Yadi and I were just talking to the point like the room is pitch dark, and I have my eyes closed, and she has, like, I think she has her eyes closed. I don't know, because my eyes are closed, and we're just talking. We're just like, and I'm just like, yeah, and then this happened, blah blah blah. And dude, I was remembering so vividly, like, this happened, like, play by play by play, like. But it was the coolest thing ever. Like, have you ever gotten so deep into a story or a memory that you're closing your eyes and you're like almost reliving it? You ever do that? I did it.
I've tried.
Fucking amazing.
A lot of the times it's.
I was thinking like, well, did it happen that way? But I was like, I think it did. And dude, it was the coolest fucking thing ever. And then, like, Yadi was so entertained by it. She was so entertained. Like, she was like, dude, that was a great story. And I was like, it was. Like,
I don't remember stories that detailed.
I was like, dude, I hope you were recording it. And she's like, no, dude, I don't record anything. And I was like, well, that sucks. But it was a fucking.
I started thinking about that with Lucas, with my boy, because I'm like, man, I wonder if he's gonna remember this moment, or I wonder if he.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking back, dude, I remember, like, I don't remember shit.
You're like,
when I was 5, dude.
You're like, fuck, maybe I should get him a keychain.
I fucking yeah. I just watched Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking really have memories from that far back. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, but
him banging on the fucking window right now.
there's Lucas, open up the door. Where's my keychain?
Speak of the devil.
I know you went to Wichita Falls.
Wichita.
But anyways, yeah, this was our episode. This is our comeback episode. We say that every fucking time we don't record after like 2-week hiatus or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to get this one under our belt. We got our episode out. Fucking congrats to Dave. There was a beer fest not too long ago. The fucking beer is out, dude.
Yeah. I love it, man. People were buying it and shit. Like,
yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Pacific Drive Ale.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is that what we're calling it? Like, dude, the logo is fucking sick. Shout out to fucking
logo.
BJ.
Yeah, BJ.
If you guys saw our old beer, our old logo, it was just our ugly faces on it. I mean, it was a cool logo.
OG logo.
Yeah, that's the OG logo. But fucking this one, I reached out to BJ and I was like, yo, dude, come up with a fucking logo, man. Yeah, he did. And it's fucking cool because if you've ever been on Pacific Drive here in the neighborhood, you know those trees. Yeah. You know that stop sign. Yep. Like, clean fucking look, man.
Yeah. I was
Like, dude.
He kind of asked like, well, what do you want it to look like? I was like, dude, I just want to be surprised, man. Like,
Yeah.
you just go with it.
Oh, dude. It reminded me of Pacific.
Yeah, for sure. He killed it.
Like,
damn.
the only thing that was missing was Bus 305 or whatever.
Yeah,
like
Bus 305.
Like,
Licha, she left.
yeah, dude. It was fucking amazing.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to fucking BJ for giving us that cool logo. Dave, we need to get some fucking beers in this
I got
studio.
A fridge here, Dave. I need some
Anthony's
beers
got a
to fill.
fridge. Yeah, man. So
reach out to
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that was the episode.
Shout out to Pat, man.
Shout out to Pat. We miss you, Pat.
Well, we were gonna. I don't think we. He's doing his golf thing.
Yeah.
He'll be out for a couple of months.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it. Pat's not here with us anymore. He's doing his summer internship like previous years. He's gonna be out for a while, for at least a couple of months. We'll try to get him on the phone.
Yeah, for sure.
To do little check-ins. Maybe we could do like how we were doing it a couple of years ago when we were doing the patio shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do a little call-ins for Pat.
Definitely.
Hopefully, we continue the charge, keeping you guys updated with some new content, and then we'll do our hot dog eating contest again.
Yeah. Oh
Our
shit.
third annual.
Oh man.
Last year was
wieners out.
last year was the second annual hot dog eating contest.
Yeah.
Third annual hot dog eating contest. Like,
Damn.
how
We
fucking
should do
dope
at
is that?
Games, dude. We should like try to talk Dave into let us do it there.
Oh, at Sun Brewing?
Yeah. Like
Fuck
it's
yeah,
closed,
dude!
but
It's
pretty cool.
opening soon.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think
Well-
there was an article on KLAQ or whatever the fuck. I mean, like I said, I don't read articles. I just fucking look and then make up my own story. But
The headlights.
yeah, headlines. But anyways, fucking hot dog eating contest. That's what I'm looking forward to. Are we ever gonna get to our 100th episode? Who fucking knows?
We might just do like a.
We might just do
99.1.
99
0.2.
and then stop.
Just stop.
And retire.
Yeah.
Hang up the fucking
Yeah.
boots. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. This was The Middle's Open.
Peace.